Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. And in today's video, we are going to talk about a new powerful feature that we have added in Fogwin CMMS application, which is the AI-powered root cause analysis feature. So in the root cause analysis feature, we have added various features and functions so that we are going to talk about in this video. But before moving on, let us understand what is a root cause analysis, and then we'll talk about all the features that we have added here. So a root cause analysis is basically a problem-solving methodology which is used to identify any of the underlying issues or defects or failure which is happening within your machine or any inefficiency which are happening within a production process in an organization. So rather than focusing or addressing the symptoms or the superficial issues, RCA mainly focuses on uncovering the root cause, the actual cause, which is causing all this failure and the problem which are arising with it. So RCA basically, eliminate the root cause, and it prevents on recurrence of that particular problem. So this is the whole idea of adding the root cause analysis in Fogwin CMMS. So let us see how to navigate to RCA first. So once you are in the dashboard, from the left menu item, you have to click on the settings. And once you move to the asset management here, you will find the root cause analysis. So you can simply click on it and you can enter into the dashboard here. So the dashboard of the RCA is acts like a central hub which helps in tracking and managing all the fault work orders, which requires the root cause analysis here. So the dashboard is divided into mainly three tabs here. The first one, as you can see, is the overview tab, which gives you an overview of all the things here. And in the RCA reports, you are going to see the reports and everything. And is how to is basically a guide for how to use this particular feature. So we'll start with the overview tab here. In the overview tab, you can see the total number of fault completed work orders. And in the open section, you can see the work orders on which the RCA has to be performed, in progress on which the work is currently going on, and published is the one which the RCA has completed. So that all the information that you can see here. Then we have the to-do list, which includes all the completed fault work orders, which on which the RCA to be initiated. And then in the completed section here, it comprises the list of all the fault work orders on which the RCA has already been completed. So moving on to the RCA report tabs here. So the RCA report tabs has a different filter option where you can choose the fault on which you want to filter the particular RCA, or the particular asset on which you want to select the RCA. So simply you can search that and you will see the result here. So once you click on search here, you are going to see all the RCA related to that particular fault and the asset. So from here, you can simply just view the issue which has been reported and the corrective action which has been taken on this. So you can also search by using the corrective action if you have n number of root cause analysis performed, and you have different filter option here. So in the action, you can either view the particular root cause analysis which is done on that particular machine here, or you can download that report here. So you can see the summary of the root cause analysis, which is given into this PDF here. So moving on to the how to section here. So this gives you the guide on how to use this particular feature. The step-by-step guide is given, and you can see the particular workflow of this root cause analysis, which is there. So with the help of this, if you get stuck somewhere, you don't understand how to use it. So this particular how to tab is dedicated to that. So this is like all the feature that we have added in the RCA here, RCA feature here. So let's now understand how to actually use this particular feature that we have included. So before like using the feature here, we have a couple of requisite for a successful RCA to be performed. So the first requisite needs us to go into the fault code here. So you have to create a fault code related to that particular machine or any of the particular machine within your organization which requires an RCA to be performed. So you have to create a fault code here. You have to give a fault name here. What is the actual issue? You can use the system generated code, barcode, and everything. And then you can see we have this root cause analysis required. So yes, there is a checkbox where you have to click this that on this particular fault code, RCA has to be performed because not all fault code requires the RCA to be performed. Some of them could be very small issues, but some of the major issues and critical issues needs this option. So you can click on this here. And with that checkbox, when it is checked, you have to enter the description. It is a mandatory field here, as you can see. Using this particular description, which is required for the fault code, the more detailed and accurate the fault description, the more accurate the RCA will be. So you have to be very precise while giving the description for a particular fault work order so that the AI would understand it more in a proper manner, and then you will get a very successful root cause analysis for a particular problem here. So this is the first prerequisite which is required. The second prerequisite is that the summary of a particular work order when it is closed is to be created. So now either you can create a summary directly from the close section here in the work order section here as a manager, or you get an option to create a summary report in the root cause analysis itself here. So if you go into the root cause analysis, as you can see, this particular RCA is in progress. So you get an option to create a summary report here. So you just have to either you can do it manually or you can use the AI feature to generate the summary. But the summary report is important for the RCA, and the fault code is important for the RCA to be to perform successfully. So now to understand the RCA properly, how it functions and everything, we will take an example. So for example, within your organization, there is a CNC milling machine which is not working properly. There are some fault which is occurring regularly, and you want to do an root cause analysis for that particular asset. So we will create a work order, a fault work order for that asset, so that we can do a complete RCA on that particular asset. So we will click on create work order. So ENC. So we'll give a work order name. We will use the system generated work order code. We will select that particular machine. Then we will select the fault work order type, and then you can select the fault name here. So I've already created here the overheating issue which is happening. So you can select that fault name. You can select the start downtime start and end date here. And here you can give the description. So now the description is really important so that the AI could understand what is actually happening. So you have to give a particularly precise description here. So here is the description. So the spindle motor is been overloaded and everything that is the fault which are happening in that particular machine, you can give that here. and you can select the plant start date and date here. And then you can assign this to a particular engineer. Okay, now the work order has been created, so we will move on to the execution work order section uh, that the engineer is going to work on. So we will execute the work order from their login here. So so this is the work order that we just created, um, and you can see the description here, and you can see other details here. So you can just you know click on complete it, and you can write the as started. Okay, the engineer has now checked the machine and made it work again. So we can write that in the action note, and then we can just submit this particular work order. Now moving on back to the maintenance managers login here, we can see that particular work order in the completed section. So as you can see, this is the work order that we just created. So as a manager, you have to approve this so that it can move to the completed section from where we can generate the particular RCA for that work order. So once it is approved, it will move on to the closed section. And once it moves to the closed section, we can create the RCA from there. So as you can see, it gives you an option here to create a RCA. So we will click on that. And it is currently in the open status here. So there are basically three statuses. One is the open status where the work has not been started. That means the RCA is not in progress. So it will be in the open state once the RCA, the work in the RCA has been started. So some changes have been made and saved as draft. Then it will move to the in progress section, and the completed section will include the closed RCA status of work orders here. So I will start with the creation of the RCA. So we will start with the work order summary, which is important to create the RCA. So we'll click on that RCA generate work order section here. So as you can see, the AI has generated the work order summary. So you can check that and you can click on submit. After that, you can give the RCA system generated code here. Once you can use the system generated code here, and after submitting, you will get an option to generate the RCA. So we follow the 5 why method where you can from the start would check what is the actual fault which is happening, then it will get streamed down to the last why where the actual fault will appear. What is the actual fault which is there within the machine or the system? So you can click on generate the RCA from where the AI would create the reports. So after clicking on generate, you can see the RCA result which has been suggested by the AI here. So you can see the asset motor has stopped working, then it got overheated, then the fan has been burned out, and it has been not maintained regularly. So the corrective action is also mentioned here, so that you can replace the old fan and establish a regular maintenance schedule for cooling fan to prevent overheating. So this is how you can use the AI feature here to get the actual region of the fault which has been occurring. So once you click on submit here, so you can move to the completed section here, and then you can simply just download this particular RCA. You can click on download, and then you can see that particular in a PDF format here, and you can use this for documentation purpose. So this is how you can use the RCA feature in Fogwing CMMS to get to the root cause of fault which the particular machine is facing here. So uh, so there are a couple of points more. We have the RCA notification, which helps you to keep a track of whether the RCA has been completed or the SLA has been breached or not. So 15 days prior from the deadline, and a mail will be sent. 1 week before the deadline, a mail will be sent, and also on the due date, and an escalation email will be sent to the manager if the RCA is not completed within 1 week after the due date. So that is how we are sending the RCA notification here. So now the question is like, who should use the RCA here? So the maintenance manager should initiate the RCA process after the fault work order is closed, and the supervisor and the manager should review and finalize the RCA, which has been provided by the engineer. So they can provide the recommendation and corrective actions, and then it can be closed. So yeah, and the time on which the RCA should be conducted is that it should be conducted before, within the 30 days of the work order closure. And as it is said, not all fault work order requires RCA, but the organization can, define it uh, according to their need. So, so with that said, root cause analysis, it's a critical tool for addressing any of the underlying issues. Uh, you know, mm, Not just recurring problems which has been happening, but we can identify the RCA can identify and addresses the root cause, and you can prevent the future failures. You can improve the asset uptime, and you can optimize the maintenance strategy. So that's it for this video. Hopefully, this video will help you in understanding the RCA feature more thoroughly. So stay tuned for such more updates. Thank you for watching the video.